Morning, guys. It's been a while since I've made a video, but we're getting back into it again. This morning we're gonna be combining some wheat. It's been a while, and wheat's ready to come off. We got a field right there, we got a field over here, and we got a field all the way down the road by the woods. First off, we're gonna take off our Brent 44. You guys seen this last year. We're gonna move this tarp, move it over. We're gonna get the 986 hooked up to a grain trailer here. So Grappa's getting filled up right now. We got that wagon, I think, holds, I want to say 350, but it could hold 400 or 500 bushels. I'm not sure. I have to look it up again. I always forget every year. All I know is the combine and that one have very similar capacities for bushels, so we like to use that smaller trailer. The one I got my tractor hooked up to, the 986 right there, that's our big boy. That one's a pretty big one. I have no clue what that holds either, but all I know is this Westfield is a 90-foot auger that we got hooked up here, going into our two silos, and we're gonna fill up the south one today and the north one probably tomorrow if we don't have enough room in our south one. Everything should fit in our south one this year, and we shouldn't have to use both of them. We have a lot of soybeans this year as well, so the soybeans will hopefully go in the right one. Grappa's coming right now. We're gonna get this thing fired up and kind of get that pulled over, and then he should dump and be the first load going into the silo this year, so that'll be pretty cool. So guys, we're running the auger right now. Grandpa's gonna go get that wheat checked. We're running about 1,500 RPMs on the 786. This is my great-grandpa's old tractor. It's always good to see it running the auger every year. It's going up, all the way up there. Got a nice steady stream coming out. It's pretty good stuff this year. As always, because we make the good stuff. Oh yeah. Each load takes about 7 to 8 minutes to empty out. Every about 15 to 20 minutes he gets full. Then we gotta go out there. So it's a nice system we got going on. These silos really help us, and we don't gotta go to any granaries to drop off our grain. We can just do it straight on the farm. We can dry on the farm, and we can store on the farm. That's what makes these silos so nice. Downside is we gotta buy augers and, you know, do all our own stuff, but it's worth it to store it. So we're gonna finish watch this one out, get up in the silo. So what we got for our setup here, like I just discussed, we got our 1486. Check, it's been on the farm forever. And then our big little grain wagon. Not the biggest one, but like I said, a very similar size to that sucker. So that's what we use. This is the setup. Right here we got about 30 to 40 acres of wheat. We got this field and then this field. Usually we'll split it down the middle, kind of right where this is. Actually right where those weed patterns are right there. And we'll plant two separate ones. This year we just decided to plant wheat on both sides. There's a parcel on the other side of that ditch right there. That's probably about 2 acres. That is also part of the wheat operation right now. And then obviously we got the stuff on the other side of the woods, and then there's a parcel kind of up by that white house up there. That's 8 acres, and we got 18 acres back there. So quite a bit to do today. We'll probably get this stuff done today, and the rest of it done tomorrow. So always good. Now we wait for them to kind of fill up, and then we can go and empty this trailer again, and then probably empty the one that's hooked up to my tractor, my 986. And yeah, get moving. There's quite a bit of weeds poking up through here. Kind of has that wheat shrivels over and stops taking that sunlight. Some of these weeds start to pop up a little bit. You can definitely see it down that row right there. But yeah, definitely on the edges too. A lot of weeds starting to pop up. All this straw is going to be baled this year. The guy that bales it, he's going to take a bunch of bales, whatever he feels comfortable with taking. We're going to take the rest of them, store them up, sell them off. We don't really use a lot of hay bales or straw bales. My bad, straw bales. Because we chop a lot of stuff up into our mow, and that's what we use to bed down. So we only use a couple straw bales a year, maybe 15 to 20 at max, but the rest of it will get sold off to equity, which will bring in nice money as well. So you can see our second crop laying out there. I did not get a video of it. That's going to be coming off later this weekend too, probably Sunday or Monday. So that'll be good too. So let's keep on keeping on. Second load going into the bins. We're on top of the silo. Now you guys have seen how big those trailers are. The floor of the silos right here to allow that air ventilation to go up. Right now, with those two loads, they're probably gonna get up to above that doorway in here. That's how big these silos kind of are. I forget what the diameter of them, and I'll explain it later, how these work in later videos. But yeah, so that's kind of our first watch-out look, and then there's a watch-out look up there. I forget how many loads it is that fills it up, if it's 14 or 18. But when these things damn near get to the top, you can damn near see some sunlight on the top there. The way they work, forced hot air goes up into the silo and then out the top ventilation to kind of cool that down and get that moisture out of there. Right now we're at 16.5% moisture in the wheat, which is really high and kind of pushing our limits. We parked up the combine for now. We're gonna let it rest. We're gonna come back at 5 o'clock and try again. See what the percentage is at then. We're probably gonna end up harvesting tomorrow and not later today. The stuff we're putting in now, 16.5, is towards the bottom, so it'll get dried faster than the stuff up top. So this stuff should be all right to put in the silos, even at 16.5. But the future stuff we probably want closer to 11 or 10% moisture. Get that really dry, So this stuff should be all right, but we're gonna give it a rest for a couple hours, let the sun dry out the grain. We got a lot of heavy rain these last couple days, and then we've only had about 2 days of dry spell that's kind of dried out this wheat. So we're gonna see what she looks like this afternoon. So guys, we got that section of the field done today. We're gonna finish up this kind of section as much as we can before the sun goes down. As soon as the sun goes down, then we're gonna probably call it quits for the day. But we got 986 out here. I think we're gonna put one load in there because I just wanna see what you can do, you know. But anyways, we're not gonna run any more into the silos. We're gonna let that stuff dry for the night, and then we're gonna put this stuff inside the sheds and run it up into the grain bins later. It's about damn near 8 o'clock right now, so we don't want to combine into the night, or at least our operator down there does not want to combine into the night, which is perfectly fine. We'll finish this up tomorrow pretty much, get this section all done. A little section, obviously the woods, and then 8 anchor section. It shouldn't take too long if we get going pretty early. As soon as that dew wears off, then we should be good to go again. But it just sucked that our moisture was up to 16.5 and can't combine with that moisture, so we're out here with a little bit less moisture, so we're gonna keep on keeping on. And yeah, so guys, we're parking up the tractor for a day. We ran one of the wagons into the shed. Combine's all parked up. We're gonna finish this up tomorrow. Not much to finish up here, and obviously we got stuff out there left to do. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll get this stuff finished up. Thank you for watching.